with this next question up, we'll start with that question sentence. So this question sentence reads, how many miles did he run in total? So let's go ahead and ask that question again. When we ask ourselves, total, altogether, what kind of operation are we typically thinking of? Yeah, typically we're thinking of addition. So now that we're thinking of addition to get a total, let's just verify the information. Let's confirm that we're good to go. So when I read all that, when I go into it, I see that we have our friend Jake ran 1 5/8 miles on Monday and 2 3/4 miles on Tuesday. How many miles did we run in total? Well, what that tells me is, hey, 1 5/8 plus 2 3/4. So when we want to add these two values together, here's my advice. Here's how I would go about it. First part, I would take a look at those whole numbers and I would add those first. Everyone, 1 plus 2 doesn't seem very hard. 1 plus 2, that'll be 3. So we'll have that right here on the side. There we are. Now, the next part that we really want to be careful about is going to be adding those fractional parts. We have 5/8. Let me highlight these in red. We have 5/8 plus 3/4. I'll show that right over here. 5/8, 3/4. Everyone, what's the problem with adding these two fractions right now? What's the big problem? Yeah, the big problem is going to be we have different denominators. That's not going to fly. That's not going to work. So we'll go ahead and get the same denominators, noticing that 4 and 8, well, 4 can go into 8. Everyone, what do we multiply 4 by to end up getting 8? Yeah, that'll be 2. So let's go ahead and multiply the denominator and the numerator by 2. Once we do that, now we have a fair game because we have 5/8 on the left. And on the right side, 3 times 2 will be 6. 4 times 2 is 8. Now we have what we need. So with that, 5 plus 6, everyone, gives us what? Yeah, that gives us 11. 11/8. Booyah, there we go. So now we can take this and add it right there at the end. But there's one tiny little bitty issue. Here's what that issue is going to be, everyone. The issue is if our answer is going to be a mixed number, the worst thing, the most grammatically incorrect, mathematically speaking, the most grammatically incorrect thing that you could do is write 3 and 11/8, because you literally have an improper fraction inside of a mixed number. That's not going to work. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take that 11/8 that we pulled from over here. We're going to take that 11/8 and I'm going to turn that into a mixed number. And then I'll bring it back. So tell me this, my party people. How many times does 8 go into 11? How many times will that be? Yeah, that'll be 1. One whole time. 8 goes into 11 once. What's the remainder after I divide that 8 into 11? What is the gap? Yeah, that remainder is 3. Because 11 minus 8, that's 3. 3 left over. So I'll have 3/8. So this is what I'm going to bring into the fold, everyone. That is what I'll bring into the fold. Let me copy that right over. Just like that. And so I'm going to bring this back together. Everyone, when I bring this back together, guess what? The only thing we have to worry about, the whole numbers. We have 3 plus 1, and then we have this left over. Everyone, 3 plus 1. Yeah, that's 4. We're good. Booyah, we have 4 and 3/8, and that will get us the correct final answer right there, answer choice D. But before we continue, I got to make sure that you know that you could have absolutely done this another way. You absolutely could have gone ahead and turned this into a mixed number, or improper fraction. Turn this into an improper fraction, add it all back up, and then turn it all back into a mixed number. You could have done it that way. It probably would have taken you a lot longer than you would have liked. because in this case, we had a nice situation here where the fractions could have been made with the same denominator.